What is going on, everybody? Welcome back into the channel. My name is Rock Soldier, and today we're going to be doing my first reaction to Isaac app. We're going to be listening to Broadway Exit. This was recommended by a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel. Shout out to my man Honka Luger, so I appreciate that. And I did some research into Isaac just a little bit, and apparently, he was like a former Rocket League pro player at some point. I don't know who he played for. I've always enjoyed Rocket League. I just never really got too much into the competitive side, so I don't really know any like the big names in there. But I think that's really dope that he was like a competitive gamer. And I think I also saw someone say that he was a commentator too at some point, and now he's kind of doing the music thing. So I'm super excited to check out what he's got to offer, man. We're gonna hop right into this thing. Let's get it.
Look, on that interstate, I'm reaching 85. Every single thought inside my head is suicide. There's a storm inside my heart, not unified. Terrified, cause I know this shit not dignified. Now my hands shaking, mind vacant, I'm tearing up. Knowing that this Broadway exit right here, yeah, that's coming up. This the spot that I had planned to finally kill myself. A simple turn into a pole to finally heal myself. Selfishly, I thought this was the only way to go. When you hit a certain low, you get to blaming those who never held your hand or tried to hoist you on the boat. So oftentimes that kid slips and then he's left to hope. Those few coping skills he got will help him stay afloat. But there's a hidden weight that's wrapped around his upper throat. He can't communicate, he's begging someone stop the boat. He's so afraid he doesn't realize that he's near the coast. So instead of...
Okay, I really like the beat. It's got like a really like a chill, almost kind of like vibe type of beat. Like kind of reminds me of like almost like a whiz beat almost, right? Like kind of very like vibey and stuff. With a different kind of message. I don't see Wiz talking about something like this. But it's still very, real, very relatable, right? And very honest and open. So, you gotta tip your hat off to him for that at least, right? I mean, it's definitely not easy to talk about these things. And it's definitely not easy to open it up on such a big open platform where anybody and everybody can see it and hear it, right? So obviously talking about like some depression and stuff, and thoughts of suicide. I did like this one part here where he says, selfishly, I thought this was the only way to go. When you hit a certain low, you get to blaming those who never held your hand or tried to hoist you on the boat. So oftentimes that kid slips and then he's left to hope, right? So you kind of throw blame at others where, a lot of the problems sometimes can just be kind of rooted within yourself. Because it's not necessarily, other people's fault that you feel like that you want to kill yourself, right? I mean, a lot of times that comes from a lack of self-happiness and self-confidence, at least in my experience from what I've seen and people that I know and stories I've heard and stuff. To me, that seems to be one of the bigger things, is kind of that lack of like self-happiness and self-confidence. And I think that's, kind of where a lot of those thoughts can come from, right?
But there's a hidden weight that's wrapped around his upper throat. He can't communicate, he's begging someone stop the boat. He's so afraid he doesn't realize that he's near the coast. So instead of swimming back, he just keeps moving forward. Ignorant to every wave, each single one a scorcher. In his mind he thought this torture would just make him stronger. But the water getting thicker and it's growing taller. Gotta hit that final breath, no energy, but he gotta tread.
I like that, yeah. I mean, we talk a lot about like, breaking down your barriers, here on this channel, and kind of just fighting through the challenges, pulling yourself up by your bootlaces, whatever you want to call it, right? But at some point, right, there does have to be like a break. Like you can only take so much for so long before, in this case, you get pulled under by the waves, right?
Want a scorcher. In his mind he thought this torture would just make him stronger. But the water getting thicker and it's growing taller. Gotta hit that final breath, no energy, but he gotta tread this last hope. Trying to catch the boat, swim fast now with that last thread. Backtrack like in his head. If he swap routes then he's better dead. Feet about turn now into lead. All the water round now turn to red. Yeah, this is story stuck inside my head, it's everlasting. About this kid who drowned himself, emotions, what he masking. Couldn't face his problems, so the motherfucker stacking. This the shit that happens when depression catch you lacking. Now I'm back inside the whip with music blasting. On the night I'm trying to get this Civic crashing. Hungry for some blood, I've been mosquito fasting. If I execute it well, I won't be standing. But what the fuck would that accomplish? Label me as nothing other than my own accomplice. I hit my exit ramp, I'm battling subconscious. This might be the final moment where I fade to darkness. And maybe I could fix it through my promise. Looking up to God, like would I still be here regardless? When it comes to my own life, why am I careless? Truly, just how long have I been living like I'm heartless? And of
Yeah, I mean, like having that kind of mindset, kind of be like in a depressed state will definitely do that, right? It kind of cuts you off from other people for a whole bunch of different reasons, right? But it can definitely come off as like heartless. I really like this line that he said just before. Label me as nothing other than my own accomplice, right? Which I think that is a really good line, because at the end of the day, you know, these kind of battles, they're battles, you know, within yourself, right? And it kind of goes back to what he was saying earlier about not blaming, you know, other people, right? You know, I think it was just like a good, unique way to put it, and I just really like how it came off there. The beat is still, I still love the beat, man. There's that smooth trumpet in the background, real vibey, very like windows down, cruising type of song, which, you know, I mean, makes sense with, you know, with what we're talking about and what's being described here, right?
a moment where I fade to darkness. And maybe I could fix it through my promise. Looking up to God, like would I still be here regardless? When it comes to my own life, why am I careless? Truly, just how long have I been living like I'm heartless? And of course, I get no answer back. I check the clock, 200 doubt, I'm perfectly on track, yeah. I guess it's time to finish what I started. I see the spot I'm about to turn into and then I floor it. 100 feet, 80 feet, Devil Street. In my mind, all these thoughts, yeah, they not complete. 50 feet, 30 feet, Devil Street. On my way to end it all in my own defeat.
Yeah. I mean, because like ultimately that would be it, right? It's kind of like, you know, giving into, you know, the suicidal thoughts, and, you know, actually doing it is, you know, in a way it is a defeat, right? You kind of lost that battle, you know, within yourself. So I think that is definitely true. All right, so that was Broadway Exit by Isaac App. I gotta say, overall, I enjoyed it. I don't think like anything like lyrically was like, you know, wowzers or anything. But I think it was a clean song. I think it definitely had a good vibe to it. It had a good sound. It was delivered well, I thought. And you know, for the most part, what he was talking about was, you know, was pretty relatable to a lot of people. So I think that was cool. So, you know, I would say overall, man, I gotta say I enjoyed it. You guys let me know if there's more I should know about Isaac App and, you know, what he did, you know, before he started making music, or what he's kind of been doing since he started making music. You know, if you get any other recommendations and whatnot, you know, let me know down in the comments. But overall, man, I'd say I enjoyed it, and hopefully you guys did as well. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, hit that sub button, hit that bell, know we're dropping the next one. That's all I got for you guys for now. It's your boy Rock Soldier. Hope you have a great rest of your night. And better tomorrow. See you guys in the next one. Alright, guys. Peace.